Hello everybody, hope you're all well today. Welcome to the new subscribers. We're up to 82 now. So it's really lovely that others are joining in and finding sort of like-minded people. I don't know you all. Some of you are not known to me, but welcome anyway. And it's lovely to have you along, and I hope that you enjoy what I share with you. Let me start. The reason I wanted to come out today is that I've been painting this morning, doing a bit of crafting. I had to go out earlier. But for the past week, I've not been very well with hay fever. And it seems to have been turning into a sinusitis infection now and moving down to my chest. So I'll keep an eye on it though. But I just needed to come outside and sit in the sunshine. We haven't had much of it really. It was a little bit gloomy and it's been overcast and actually very cold. It's breezy, quite breezy, but the breeze is cold even in the sunshine. So I'm worried about a lot of stuff. As you could see there, the peas that are now getting a bit too leggy now, too long to sit in there much longer. So I'm hoping the weather warms up soon, I can put them out. But it's nice to sit under the cover and just look at some of the plants and see the sunshine. And what I really enjoyed when I first came out, I just needed fresh air. I just needed some daylight and some nature sounds, mingled with all the traffic in the background, of course, being in a suburb and on a main road. But I just needed to be out in nature for a little bit, just to feel a little bit better. And of course, when I was out here, I thought, while I'm out here, I'll water all the things under cover, because everything needed a watering under cover. It doesn't get much of the rain or the morning dew. So here in the other cover I've watered, and just before I started watering though, it was a lovely picture to see. The house sparrows, I'll show you in a minute, all in the josterberry pots at the back. They sit and bathe in there, they dust bathe, and of course the plants are now exposed on their roots. So I'm going to have to create a dust bath specifically for them, so they'll stay away from the roots of the plants, and I'll have to put stones on top of the pots just to stop the soil being disturbed around the roots, because we don't want those roots exposed in the summer when the hot weather comes. And as you can see, look, I've sown seeds in these two pots. I've got chamomile, wild bergamot, zinnia, purple loosestrife dill, calendula, calabrese, Canterbury bowls, purple sprouting broccoli, kohlrabi and beetroot. All of them there just as seed beds, because this one I've sowed the carrots, the rainbow carrots in, but I want to intersperse them so that I've got staggered harvests. And this is a little kale, I think it is. I think it's a kale seed that just sprouted in that tub. So there must have been kale seeds that had self-seeded elsewhere, and the newspaper is there to stop it drying out too much, to cover it and protect it. And of course, as you see, my chamomile seeds have spread a little bit there. Yesterday I found the sparrows have been in here dust bathing as well, so I hope some of those seeds survive. And I've kept the soil moist now, maybe they won't bathe in there. I've planted some lily of the valley, one rhizome in there, one in there, and one in here. So there it is. So they're coming up, so we'll have some lily of the valley there as well, and I'll put some marigolds in between as they're young enough to do that without getting too big a root ball, so I don't have to move too much soil. And nasturtiums that I kept from last year from the hanging baskets, they're doing okay. The Cotoneaster I brought home from the school, they're surviving just. I'm going to have to pull those parsnips soon, otherwise they're going to go woody and start going nasty. Things are surviving. These nasturtiums have finally sprouted and they're coming up nice, so that'll be a nice trailing bit over there. I can't wait. I do actually inside have some hanging basket plant seeds that I've sown, and I'm keeping them there protected, and hopefully they'll grow soon enough so I can do my hanging baskets. Nothing new to show you much in the veggie garden side, except that I'm going to be putting some beetroot in between the rows of leeks. Oh, look at all those hoverflies. Can you see them flying around? There's one right there. Oh, and more all over the place. I love seeing lots of hovering insects around. It means things are good. There's food provided for them, so they'll come, and that means that they'll control the numbers of pests. That lavender survived surprisingly in the shade. Things are looking good. There's one little viola there. Yeah, there by the alliums. That is actually flowered. And look at the blossom. I noticed it first Saturday. Look at that, the apple blossom. Isn't that just so pretty? The buds, they'll be blossoming within the next few days. Can't wait for that. It's going to be lovely. Really lovely. Oh, and look, talk about space and not having much space for stuff. These are leeks I transplanted into there just to save them in these pots, the long rooted pots. I've got 3 of them, 1, 2, 3, and they're almost ready to harvest now because they're not going to get much bigger than that. But I've completely forgotten about them, and I just realized that's another space saving thing. If you've got a little nook and cranny on a balcony, even if you just plant 1 or 2 leeks, you've got leeks for a soup. At least one. Yeah, these apples are still not budding yet. They've got leaf buds. I don't know that they're going to get any blossom. And that one, there must be a late ones. This one has just started leaf budding and getting flower blossoms, if you can see there. Can you see them there? I don't know, it's not very focusing very well. There you go. And this one is like the one by the cover. So there must be earlier apples. Can't wait for those to start showing. Look, and hopefully with all the flying insects they'll be pollinated nicely. Can't wait. Oh dear, there's a mouldy bit on my hawthorn. I'm going to have to take that off, cut it lower. Oh look, calendula bulbs ready, the flowers ready to burst out for me. And all of the fruit, look at that on the juster berries, sorry. And they're just pretty there. Gonna have some lovely juster berries. The pond is still bubbling away, but I do need to get a pump to handle all of those algae in there. There are snails, there are swan mussels in there, and they're surviving. I feed them once a week with some fish food, and they're surviving nicely. They're still healthy, they're still heavy, so the weight in them is still there. They're still alive and thriving. Look where the birds have been dust bathing. They've moved all the soil away from the roots, and I topped that up with compost on Saturday. So obviously that doesn't work. I'll make them a specific designated sand bath, a dust bath, and put more compost around the roots and stones so that they use the dust bath instead. The chard is still looking really good in there, but it will very soon need to be picked. So need to be picked and cleared, because this bed is obviously by the end of May, going to have the corn in this bed, and the climbing peas are going to go along here. So I can't wait for that to happen, but things are looking all right now. Oh look, the potatoes are finally growing. So a little bit taller, maybe another 4 inches or so, and then I shall earth it up. Oh, the sun's going down now. It's going to start getting cold again. I've just harvested a load of dandelions off those over there. They're inside drying. So, oh look, yes. Wanted to show you just a hint of another project I'm doing. Look at this little fella. Okay, look. Can you see a little fox? That's a little fox. Oh, it's not focusing very well. There you go. A little fox. Yeah, that's a cute little one. And he has one companion and an enemy. There's one companion, right? Look at the position of his leg at the back. Okay. This one's got his leg up. He's obviously going to kick something. Not finished yet. Still have work to do on the head and the face. But he will be sitting like that on a plinth. Yeah. So I'm not going to show you who else is going to go behind that horse, because that'll be a surprise, and from that you should be able to tell anyway. But yeah, it'll be really nice when that's finished. So he's finished. I'm going to work on the other companion today, and then tomorrow I shall finish his face, because the whittler's done the rest of him, and I'll do the finer details on that face, and then paint him, and he'll go on a plaque. But isn't that just so cute? So yes, I can't wait to reveal that completed project. And there's another one I've got to do for an order as well, a character. So yeah, hopefully by the end of this week we shall have another full set of projects finished. Hopefully I'm not feeling too rough, because the headache is absolutely horrible. Oh, look at those flowers on that red cabbage. Love them. And just sitting here looking at that yarrow over there, the achillea. I should just go and brush against it in a minute and pick a leaf and just sit sniffing the leaf for a bit, just for the oils, because it's so heady, that one. Although it might not be good. There's some feverfew. I might just grab some leaves off there. I did put 1 or 2 in the smoothie this morning, but it hasn't enough. I need to have a few more. But feverfew is not a nice flavour. It's a very bitter flavour, but for the sake of getting rid of a headache, I am willing to munch on anything that is that vile. Yeah, looking at that kiwi there, growing up there and along under the cover again, that's looking nice and healthy and starting to fill out in greenery. And so is this, actually, the passion fruit. And I mean passion fruit, not just passion flower. It's had leaves on right the way through the winter, actually. It has survived quite nicely, even with a few leaves on. It only lost a couple of them. So maybe that's a good enough shelter there for it. Pomegranate is starting to get new leaf growth on there. And my rapato or duck potatoes are starting to get new leaves. They'll be going in the soil again, but I'm not putting them out into the garden until May, because you just can't trust what this weather's doing. We had gloriously hot summery weather in early March. By the end of March it turned a bit again. And now it's quite cold, and I actually lost my loofah seeds. I don't know if I told you in the last video, but they died because I forgot them out 1 or 2 nights, and they just dumped off in the cold. So I lost them. I've ordered more seeds, so I shall sow them tonight. Start them off in some cotton wool on the windowsill, and this time they are not going out until the end of May. Just to be on the safe side, even to harden off. I just wanted to give them a bit more sunlight because it's fairly dark in the house. So, it's gone quiet now. It's the middle of the day. Give it a few more hours and the birds will be out singing and dust bathing and playing by the pond again. Yeah, the wind's picking up. I guess that's my cue to go back inside now. And it's 15 minutes. This will take until I go to bed tonight to upload. Alright, my lovelies. Have a lovely day wherever you are. Make the most of whatever sunshine you get. And take advantage of the healing that comes in nature. I'll speak to you all again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.